welcome back to LDS Detailing, and in today's video we're going to be bringing this Porsche 964 Carrera 4 back to life. This guard's red, it needs a lot of work, it's got a lot to bring up and it's going to really pop. So let's jump into it, get it decontaminated outside and get it inside. So, car is now inside. I thought, I've just jumped in and done the test spot, but I thought I should probably run around the car first, explain a little bit. You can see there's a slight difference between the bonnet and the wings. This is because these wings have been repainted with modern style paint where there's a clear coat, whereas this is single stage paint. And here's what happens when you do a little bit of polishing on it. It clears up quite well. So that's just the first test patch, single stage. As you can see, the paint goes onto the pad. That's like a really quick, easy way of telling you've got single stage paint. But normally, when it's something like this, you can see the difference. You got the modern paint here, and then it's a big difference. So you can imagine, if the whole car was like that, there'll be a massive improvement. But it's still gonna look very good, because a lot of it is single stage paint. So this bit, the bonnet, what else? The sunroof, which is really thin. And then the rest of the car looks quite good. Obviously, guard's red, always. Bit of a swirl magnet, plenty of deeper scratches in there, but we are going to do our best to improve it as much as possible. And that's not going to be too hard, I don't think. There's going to be a lot of room to pull out a lot more like gloss and colour from this. It's definitely losing a lot in all of these swirls. There's some sort of sanding happening there, looks really messed up. Doors, not too bad. So I just did the first test spot of cutting and then refining. A little bit sunburnt. This was just a single stage, and then here I've cut and refined. It's a much better improvement overall than over here where we've still got the deeper marks. So I'm going to cut and refine all the single stage areas, definitely with this combination I've used, and then we will see. This will probably react completely differently, so we'll have to try something else for that as well. So it is now day 3 on the Porsche. I have actually done quite a lot of the polishing work. I'm just working my way now down the rear light, and then onto the driver's side of the car. But I'm very happy with how it's coming out. This red is like popping like crazy. The single stage painted areas are really coming up well because they're so oxidized. So you saw that at the 50/50 on the roof, it just looks insane. So carry on, keep smashing it, and then we can refine and then head on to the coatings. The little section up there on the roof has got lacquer peel, so we've got to be super careful. Can't tape it up. We don't want to polish over it either. So I don't know if any of you guys, why is it not focusing? If you watch my F40 video, you'll see a lot of stuff like that and how I tackle it differently. So that's a great way to say, go back and watch that video, because that video didn't get any views and it's probably one of the craziest videos. So go watch that one. But yeah, we're gonna have to work around this one and do our best, because obviously if I leave this here, it's gonna look really silly. So I'll get the 1 inch out, get really tight to this black trim and work, and then I can work around this. I can work this way and obviously not polish it. But if I leave this, there's gonna be a big white patch here and a nice shiny red patch here. I actually have just started the refinement process, which I've done this side of the roof and this section. I tried to just quickly use the light to show it, but it's very difficult to pick up on camera the difference of why we refine on this sort of regards red. But you've got all these micro marring in here, and then once we come over here and we've refined it out, you can see it's a much crisper finish and there's none of that micro marring. Obviously with this old paintwork, you're never going to get like the lovely new finishes we get, but the haziness that you've got here is what we're removing. So this is what we put in during the cutting stage, and then you get that nice clarity once you start refining. So we now have to do that process over the whole car. So what you can see behind me is the completed Porsche, polishing work wise, on the Porsche. So we're going to ceramic coat it tomorrow morning, which will be a game of mix and match on the different coatings, the different panels, or on the different panels for different coatings. My English is not great today. But yeah, we'll get into that tomorrow morning. Also, side note, the van was siren. I don't think there was any footage yesterday when he was in there doing it, but happy with how it came out. It's cool. And then also, of course, it was a lovely sunny day, van was super clean, and then it rained for about 20 seconds, so it looks like this now. It's now time for ceramic coating. We're going to be doing C1 crystal lacquer for all the single stage paintwork, and then crystal ceramic light for all of the modern style paintwork with the primer, base layer, and then clear coat. So let's do that. So that is the Porsche Carrera 4 964, all complete. Enjoy the after shots. Massive transformation on this one, especially on the single stage areas. Guards red, personal favourite of mine, always comes up super well. 4 days worth of work on it, very hot, I'm very sweaty. Enjoy the after shots. Let's go.